Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, is ruled by Mars, the planet of action, desire, and willpower. It is a sign that embodies the pure essence of beginning. Represented by the ram, Aries is a symbol of boldness, energy, and pioneering spirit. If the zodiac were a race, Aries would be the starting pistol, the initial spark that ignites the fire of creation. Aries is a fire sign, and as such, they are known for their passion, courage, and impulsivity. They are the ones who take action first and think later, ready to charge ahead with enthusiasm and a sense of purpose. The Aries energy is raw, unrefined, and driven by a deep need for independence and personal freedom. Being the first sign, Aries represents the birth of a new cycle. This makes them natural leaders, but also eternally engaged in a journey of self-discovery. Every Aries is searching for their own path, carving out a space where they can express their individuality and carve a legacy. At their core, Aries is an energetic and dynamic sign, driven by an unquenchable desire to take action. There's a fire in the heart of an Aries, and that fire pushes them forward, ready to tackle challenges head-on and make things happen. But the nature of this fire is not always steady. Aries burns bright, but their flames can sometimes flare out quickly if they don't have something new and exciting to fuel their passions. The pioneer. Aries is a trailblazer. They are always the first to venture into uncharted territory, driven by a thirst for adventure and a deep need to experience life on their terms. They are risk-takers, willing to put themselves out there and face challenges head-on, no matter how daunting. Their instinct is to take action, not to sit back and wait for things to come to them. This drive to lead the charge can sometimes make Aries seem impulsive or reckless, and they may not always consider the consequences before taking action. But what they lack in caution, they make up for in courage. They believe that life is for living, fully and with abandon, and they refuse to be held back by fear or uncertainty. The independent soul. Freedom is the air Aries breathes. They crave autonomy and the ability to make their own decisions without being restricted by others. Aries cannot stand being told what to do or being held back by the expectations of others. Independence is a fundamental part of their identity, and they are fiercely protective of it. This can sometimes lead to conflicts in relationships, as Aries might seem too focused on their own desires and goals. They may struggle with compromise, as they often prefer to go it alone rather than depend on others. Yet, their need for independence doesn't mean they are unloving. Rather, it's a reflection of their deep desire to maintain their sense of self. The enthusiast. Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of passion and action, and this gives them a zest for life that is hard to match. When Aries sets their sights on something, they dive in with all their energy and enthusiasm. They don't just participate in life, they live it. They are eager to try new things, meet new people, and engage in every experience with unbridled enthusiasm. This enthusiastic energy is contagious, and Aries has the ability to inspire others with their drive and determination. However, their enthusiasm can sometimes come off as overbearing or overwhelming, especially when their passion outpaces the pace of others. Aries must learn to temper their energy with patience and consideration for others' perspectives. When it comes to relationships, Aries is not interested in the mundane or the ordinary. They want passion, excitement, and the thrill of new beginnings. They are not afraid of falling head over heels, but they also require space to assert their independence. Aries needs a partner who understands their need for freedom, but who also knows how to match their energy and ambition. The adventurous partner. Aries is the type of partner who is always ready for an adventure. Whether it's traveling, trying new activities, or taking on challenges together, Aries thrives in relationships that keep things fresh and exciting. They want someone who will spark their enthusiasm and keep up with their energy. But Aries' need for constant excitement can sometimes lead to impulsiveness in relationships. They may rush into things without fully considering the emotional consequences, or they might get frustrated if things start to feel too routine. They want someone who will constantly push them to grow, while also keeping up with their fast-paced, ever-changing desires. The competitive lover. Aries is highly competitive, and this trait doesn't disappear when it comes to love. They often view relationships as a challenge, a space where they can assert their dominance and be recognized for their efforts. Aries may occasionally struggle with jealousy, as they want to be the center of attention and may feel threatened if their partner divides their time or energy elsewhere. That said, Aries' competitive nature also fuels their desire to win in relationships, whether it's through charming their partner, winning their admiration, or simply being the most exciting, daring person in the room. They approach love with the same drive and ambition they apply to other areas of life, wanting to conquer and experience it fully. Aries excels in environments where action is required. They are the doors, the ones who make things happen. Whether it's leading a team, spearheading a project, or striking out on their own, Aries is driven by the need to take initiative and assert their will. The leader. Aries is a natural-born leader. They have the courage to take risks and the drive to make decisions, even when the stakes are high. Their ability to take action quickly and decisively makes them great in fast-paced, high-pressure environments. Aries thrives in leadership roles where they can be in control and make things happen on their own terms. However, Aries' assertive leadership style can sometimes be perceived as bossy or aggressive, particularly if others don't keep up with their pace or ideas. Aries must be mindful of how they assert their authority, learning to delegate and collaborate effectively, rather than bulldozing their way through situations. The risk-taker. Aries is drawn to professions that allow them to take risks and make bold moves. They excel in entrepreneurship, sales, sports, or any field that rewards courage and initiative. Aries is not afraid to step into the unknown, and they have the drive and determination to make it work. But this risk-taking nature can sometimes lead to impulsive decisions or burnout if Aries does not manage their energy carefully. Aries is symbolized by the ram, a creature that charges forward with unrelenting energy. The ram's association with leadership, aggression, and assertiveness reflects Aries' drive to take the initiative and lead the charge. In myth, Aries is associated with the golden fleece, a symbol of adventure, bravery, and the quest for greatness. This association reflects Aries' relentless pursuit of greatness and their desire to overcome obstacles to achieve their goals. In the body, Aries rules the head, the brain, and the face. Aries has a strong, direct presence that commands attention. They often have a striking appearance, with bold features that match their confident, fiery personality. Physically, Aries tends to have a quick metabolism and an energetic disposition. Aries is here to learn how to channel their impulsive energy into something sustainable. They are not here to charge forward recklessly, but to build a lasting legacy through their actions. At their core, Aries must learn to balance their need for independence with the ability to cooperate and collaborate. They must evolve from impulsiveness to mindful action, self-centeredness to mutual respect, competition to compassion. By learning to harness their powerful energy and channel it towards purposeful goals, Aries can become not just a leader, but a wise and compassionate force for change. The evolutionary path of Aries is one of developing self-awareness and self-discipline. Aries, as the first sign of the zodiac, is driven by raw instinct, spontaneity, and a deep desire to initiate and conquer. In their early stages, Aries can be impulsive, reactive, and overly focused on personal achievements. However, their growth lies in learning to balance their innate assertiveness with patience and consideration for others. As Aries evolves, they begin to realize that true power is not about dominance but about channeling their energy into purposeful action that serves both themselves and the greater good. Overcoming the urge to act out of self-interest and developing a sense of strategic vision allows Aries to become a leader who inspires others not through force, but through integrity, courage, and the wisdom to know when to act and when to pause. Their ultimate evolution is to embrace the power of thoughtful action, using their dynamic energy to create lasting change while remaining mindful of their own emotional growth.